Hello everybody again. So there's some more pictures. I'm going to do another slideshow. As you see, this is heavy duty bondage gear. Some that looks like a head scalp massager, but I'm sure they don't use it for that. You can see those are definitely cuffs and yeah, paddles. So yeah, there's that. There is the picture of Clinton. If you're not aware, I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything that shows what this says close up, but I'm sure that's an homage to Monica Lewinsky's blue dress. That's what I'm guessing this is. And he had like a painting done of it to fuck with Bill. I'm sure that's what good buddies they were. And Donald was just as much of a buddy. Branson with Epstein. Don't know where. I don't know if that's a public thing or if those are girls from the. I don't know. Is that the island? Could be. Don't know. Don't know who. But there's one thing I've noticed when he does like touch somebody, like to take a picture when he's putting their arm around them or something. He does it in a very possessive, casually possessive way. So on the casualness, it looks like just a good buddy, but when you know the story, it looks different. Yes, she was Lola in slacks, written on a young girl's body parts. Was following the dotted line along her spine. This guy, if you don't know what the Lolita thing is, it's all about a guy that falls for a 10-year-old neighbor or something like that. She was Polly at school. She was low, plain low, in the morning, standing 4'10" in one sock. Oh, God. Bill Clinton with who the hell knows who that is. I don't think that's his daughter. Bill with, I don't know, it could be a beaver or a groundhog. But it shows him wearing a swimsuit, just as a point. You see, he's got a bathing suit on. Okay, so there's that. And he's hydrating. This, I know this has gone and been shown in all different angles. It's a big attention thing. I mean, is it a bride escaping on her honeymoon night? Is it, I don't know, is she hanging herself? I don't know what she's doing. But it's a statement. I'm not even sure what, because I'm not the average bear. And I think this is fucking weird. Just saying it. Ah, yes. See a girl sitting on a bed with her legs crossed, and she's probably hand jobbing both of them. Or hand with one and, whatever. There's Mr. Romance. I'm not sure who that is. But he's just Mr. Alluring, isn't he? Oh, God. Whoa. Here you got two girls with one guy. They look like older teens, perhaps. But you really never know, because with makeup on, anybody can look anything, to be honest. That was like that. Don't know who. Don't know why. Don't know where. Don't know. Yep, looks like maybe two girls. I don't know. Definitely a guy interested in something he's over. Gee, I wonder what that could be. What do you think? Oh, look at that. Mr. Hotshot. We don't even have your face redacted. Who the fuck are you? Somebody. I don't know what the where this would be, so I don't know who's registered under, but somebody look up that number if you know about boats and registration numbers and such. I don't see a face, so they didn't have to redact it. Somebody find out who that was that owned by it. This is the one that's upsetting a lot of people. Why is it redacted in those areas? Is this the head of somebody? This is what people are, the one that you're hearing being talked about. Is this the head? What's going on? What's going on here? Some people say it looks like it's laying on a countertop. But couldn't that just as well be a bathtub? Because if that's a countertop, it'd have to be a sink, wouldn't it? I mean, it does look like it's in some sort of fluid. I mean, and I know people were talking about Steve Bannon's and that sulfuric acid and something about his bathtub. Did he ever live in a place that had a black bathtub? Because what I'm thinking of is that backsplash. If that's a kitchen, they usually don't have the big tiles. Like, usually it's those 4-inch tiles or usually bathrooms either have those teeny weeny 2-inch tile things or 1-inch tile ones or those big 8-inch ones. That just doesn't, I don't know, that doesn't really look like a counter splash top, like a counter and a counter backsplash. It kind of, what do you think? It looks more like a tub, like this is the wall of the tub back there, right? And that's the edging, right? That could be the faucet. And their legs would hang down over the tub. And I know they do make black tubs. Does that look more like a tub to you, or does that look like a kitchen counter? What the fuck do you think is going on here? Because I don't know. I know what it looks like to me, but I don't want it to look like that. So I don't know, but it's a disturbing picture. You see the little feet. This is a big picture, so it's like I didn't, resize them. So it's a big picture, but you see that little feet sticking out. This is a disturbing one. And I'll tell you one of the reasons. There was a video I put up, I think it was today, of a very little girl. Kind of looked like her leg. And somebody I think it was that stuffed animal. But she was in a frilly little skirt, what you could see, on a bed. And somebody was trying to give her another animal. She was holding that one and another one. And she grabs it, and then she hugs it, and then pushes it away. It doesn't look like she's a very happy. But it also looks like she's a down kid. Usually down folks are always very happy. They just don't have that, So to see a kid that could be the down of that because it was redacted, acting like that is upsetting to me. Because I do know what I read in some files. I don't know if you've heard this. He was looking at gene stuff. And they specified, one thing I was reading was he wanted to learn about, like, a lot of autistic people are savants, where they're like Rain Man. Some of them, they're like so good with numbers or so good with certain different, they just good. Music, like uncannily, scarily good at a particular field of something. And I wonder if he was because she is, you know where my head's going. Because I know that was one of the things with the DNA that he was looking to manipulate. Another thing I mentioned in another video was he was looking at, and this really is upsetting, he was looking at if there was a gene that, because he knows some babies sucked harder, had better suction than others. You did, huh? How did you notice that? He was interested in seeing if there was a gene that did that. And if there was, how can you accent that? Why? 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 And don't tell me it was to help moms that are having a trouble nursing their children. I'm sure it was that, not that anthropologic interest in. I'm really upset right now, so I'm just hang on a second. Yeah. And that's why I think this is the same girl that was in that redacted picture, that redacted video, because it looks like the same stuffed animal. And that upsets me. Because she does kind of have that look. So, yeah. Oh, that's another part of the Lolita. I think that's on her chest. The tip of the tongue taking a trip, oh please, of 3 steps down, please, just no. Yeah, that's very small, but you get the point. That was one of those on the PDFs that were. And they're not, you'd think they're things from porn things. They're not, because there was an EFTA number there, which is all blurred up because it was tiny. There was a lot of them like that. That they didn't seem to blur, the very thing they probably should have blurred the most. I don't know. Does that look like Epstein or not? Maybe not. Probably Branson. Oh, God. This one is a little disturbing, too. Because she's obviously, I don't know if that's a shoot, she's play acting or anything, but they were making porn movies, who knows? Who knows? I just don't like that. It's upsetting. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck is that. Is that he's showing her how to give a proper leg massage? I don't know. Now, for people saying you saw this on the internet and it was debunked, fuck you. I got this. It was in the damn files. It was in the files. So unless the Department of Justice, somebody slipped in something that they can later prove as a fake and then say, see, the other things were put in here. Because I got this myself. When I came across this, I was like, holy fuckaroo, it really was. Because they made a big thing. One of those debunking sites made a big thing. Because there was pictures of this, and then little girls behind him, and then older, teens, like mid-teens behind him, and another picture. They debunked them all, supposedly. This is also, I personally got out of the files. My effing self. So I don't even want to hear anybody telling me, that was all. No, it wasn't. That was in the damn files. Clear as shit. And it's obvious those girls have not graduated high school. Don't know what this is. Don't know. But seems like that's the end of them. So, yeah. Yay.